Hello art beaters, Becky here for artbeats.com, and I've got a brand new video for you today. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a mala style necklace and explaining what mala jewelry is. So let's take a look. So these were the bracelets that I kind of showed you last time. These are the mala style bracelets. These are stretch bracelets. So mala, in meditation, mala prayer beads are used as a way of keeping count while repeating a mantra. So this is prevalent in like Hindu and Buddhist culture. Typically 108 beads are used in malas since that number is seen as sacred in these cultures. You can also use 54 beads for a shorter necklace or 27 beads, and then less for a bracelet. Just as long as those can be multiplied into 108, you can use fewer beads. So that's nice, gives you some choices, some variety. The guru bead is traditionally used at the center. So the guru bead is right here. And you can see the TierraCast Guru Bead it's shaped round like a normal bead, but then it has a loop on the bottom for adding a tassel or a charm. So the guru bead is traditionally used at the center of mala necklaces, and it signifies the end of one round in the prayer circle. So you kind of count these beads as you repeat your mantra, and then once you've hit your guru bead, you know that you've done one complete round of your mantra or prayer. You can wear them as a reminder of personal intention too, or when seeking a calmer mind, body, and spirit. And they're also used in yoga to count breaths or series of yoga poses. So that's why they're used a lot in yoga jewelry, because you can use them to count your breaths. Breathing is very important in yoga. So I love that idea. I've been getting into yoga more this past year, and I really love it. It's like totally calming, but still work. Like you're working your muscles in a different way when you do yoga. Yeah, it is similar to how a rosary works, Beverly. Good morning, Yolanda. Good to see you. So that's a little bit of info on the mala. And I think, talking of yoga, that 108 sun salutations, that used to be a traditional thing when using mala in yoga. So that's something to keep in mind as well. That's kind of another reason why there are 108 beads in a mala. So that's a little bit of background on what mala necklaces are. Another thing about mala necklaces, the long 108 bead versions, they can be worn as a necklace, and they can also be wrapped around your wrist to count the beads when you're doing your prayer or your intention. So typically people will wrap them around their right wrist and then count the beads while they're saying their meditation or their prayer or their mantra. So that's a little bit of background on mala beads. We do have a lot of inspiration in our design studio. I've got those links in the video description. We have some mala necklaces with tutorials. We also have a tutorial for how to use the traditional guru beads that we have from Dakota Stones. The TierraCast ones that I'm using today are really nice because they're just a single hole bead with a loop at the bottom, so it's really easy to attach your tassel or your charm. Traditional guru beads have a hole like a normal bead, but then another hole down the center. So what you would do is you would bring your threads on both ends through the horizontal hole in the guru bead and then down through that vertical hole at the bottom to attach your tassel or dangle. But today we're using the TierraCast Guru beads, which are super easy to use. Now you can knot between your 108 beads when making malas. That's a very traditional way of creating a mala necklace. You can also use spacer beads. I'm going to be using spacer beads today because I found these wonderful Dakota Stones turquoise gemstone beads, and I really liked the shape of these. They're kind of cube shaped, so those are going to make great little spacers between the bigger beads that I have today. I am working with all gemstones today because gemstones can bring even more meaning to your mala jewelry, because because gemstones have metaphysical properties associated with them as well. So today I have selenite, which is supposed to be a calming stone that promotes peace. So I thought that was a wonderful option for something like a mala necklace. And then we also have aquamarine, which is a stone of happiness and hope and is said to reduce stress. So another great bead to add to your malas, because if you're setting an intention, if you're repeating a prayer or a wish, you would want it to be one of hope or happiness and calm, I would think. So I think these gemstones combined are going to be a really nice option for our mala necklace. And the turquoise too, I looked that up as well. We've got those little turquoise spacers that we're going to be using. Those are also stones of strength and protection. So that's another great intention or meaning to add to your mala. Really wonderful. So we've got all those. I'm going to be using Griffin silk cord. Again, a really great cord to be using for knotting. If you're planning on knotting between your beads, Griffin silk cord is a great one to go with. We've got lots of great tutorials for how to knot between beads. I've linked a video where I go over a lot of the different knotting techniques in the video description. So if you want to learn how to knot, we can totally help you with that. Today, I'm going to be using these turquoise beads as spacers instead of knots. But I did still want to use this lovely Griffin silk cord because I think that'll make a really nice movement in the necklace. I've got these wonderful tassels as well. That's what I'm going to use at the center of my mala necklace. I like the white color because I think that'll go well with the selenite and the aquamarine, just really nice light airy colors that we're working with today, and super long fluffy tassels. Love that. So I think I'm going to do the variation with 54 beads. Since I am working live and we have a limited time, I think that will be good. And I think that will be a good length too. So I'm going to do 54 beads. That means I need 27 aquamarine and 27 of the selenite. So we've got 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 27. And another thing too, I was reading about mala beads is when you're making your mala necklace, try to think about that intention or that mantra that you want to use your mala beads for. And if you're thinking about that while you're making it, it can even bring it about even more. Okay, so we've got 2 there. 4 there. I love these Dakota stone strands because they have little seed beads protecting the stones. So that's really nice, but I'm not going to be using those. So I'm kind of just setting those to the side. You could use them for another project though. They're cute little beads. All right, 5 of those. 7, 8, 10, 12. Hi, Hazel. 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, and 27. So we've got our 54 gemstone beads. And then, so those are our main beads. And then we'll use those little turquoise beads as spacers. So we're not counting the little spacers in our number of prayer beads is what they would be called, or mala beads. So our mala beads are the selenite and the aquamarine, and then the turquoise beads are just are stand-in for knots. So they're like little spacers. But I just wanted to share, look how beautiful this selenite is. It's really pretty stone. You can see it's almost like opal, where it just has this wonderful sheen inside. I really like the selenite. So that's going to be beautiful. So what I'm going to do here, the Griffin silk cord comes with a needle attached, which is super nice for stringing your beads. But we have to remember that we want the guru bead in the center. So I'm going to string one side of the necklace first, then my guru bead, and then the other side. And I like to give my silk a little stretch. I'm just pulling so I know that it's nice. Kind of gets all the kinks out, and just, you know, that it gives it a better drape, I think. Yeah, it's nice to send happy thoughts or prayers to your loved one if it is a gift. Yeah, if you're making this as a gift, especially thinking about those happy thoughts or that intention while you're making them is super important. So that's something you could do, like Mother's Day is coming up. You could make your mom a mala necklace. And she would just love that, and she would feel the love that you put into it. Hi, Jody. Good to see you. Again, forgive my voice. It's a little raspy because I sang my heart out at the Taylor Swift concert. It was such a fun time. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm actually going to put a bead stopper on the end of that Griffin silk cord so I don't lose any of my pretty gemstone beads. We don't want that happening. So this is a bead stopper. It has little rubber grippies on the end, and it looks like a little coil. And it can hold your strands in place so the beads don't fall off. So I'm just going to add that to the end of my strand. I don't think it'll get that far, but you never know. Yeah, start with the end first so you still have the needle to use again. Exactly. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm actually going to make sure all my beads are at the end. And then once we are done with our necklace and knot it, this end will still have the long amount of cord on, as Paul is saying, because the needle is attached to the Griffin silk. You can keep that and still have a nice length of silk to work with. All right, so let's start. I'm going to start with the selenite, and then we're going to add a turquoise spacer, and then we're going to add the aquamarine, and we're just going to do that on repeat. Oh, they're so pretty together. And I am using size number 4 Griffin silk cord, which has a 0.6 millimeter diameter. Definitely make sure to check that the size of cord that you're using works with the hole sizes of the gemstones. And it's especially important with silk cord. Where the needle is tied to the cord, it might be a little thicker than the cord size. So just test and make sure that that is going to work with the beads you've chosen. But the 4 is working quite nicely with those little gemstone beads. There we go, looking good. I like the airy colors of the selenite with the aquamarine. So I've got an energy prism shape here for the selenite, which is a really nice shape. It has kind of bicone-like ends and then rectangle facets in the middle. Really nice shape. And then I've got faceted rounds for the aquamarine. So really nice textured shapes. They look really great together. Hi, Mary. Good to see you. Yeah, this is looking really pretty. Okay, so we have 27 of each. That means that I'm going to need like 13 of each on one side. So pretty. I love the shape of those little turquoise cubes. They're so sweet. And today's a really great day if you're wanting to try this technique to stock up on all the supplies. It's our spring stock up sale. So if you spend $60 or more, you'll get 20% off. Really good sale. And I've already messed up. I put 2 aquamarine back to back. We want to alternate the what is this called? Not selenium, selenite and the aquamarine. All right, so let's get our selenite. There we go. Oh, Holly, yes. So I saw everybody that was complaining about the green flashing screen. I'm actually streaming through StreamYard. I'm streaming through StreamYard. I thought that might help. And it did. So that's really good. I'm glad you're not seeing the green flashing. And I actually really like it because you can do this picture in picture thing. So it feels like I'm still talking to you guys. And I can see your comments way better too. So I might just keep this up because it seems to be a good solution for the green flashing screen. So I'm glad that appears to be a good solution. All right. Yeah, win-win for sure. And then we need selenite. This is a very I could see how you could get into a really zen place stringing these because the mala pattern is super simple. And especially when you're doing it on silk, there's something about beads being strung on silk that feels calming and soothing. So I could definitely see how you could just start your meditation just by making the mala bead. It's really nice. Get some nice calming music on in the background, put a fountain on for that little trickling water sound. It could be really zen. There we go. All right. This is looking so pretty. I love the colors. Also, okay, so I was in Texas for the Taylor Swift concert, and I've never been to Texas before. And I had to get gas, and we went to Buc-ee's. Have you guys ever been to Buc-ee's? That is the best gas station I've ever been to. It was amazing. So cool. It was really fun. Probably one of the highlights of the sights and sounds in Texas was Buc-ee's. It was so cool. I've never been there before. So that was really fun to see. And I bought they have all kinds of food and snacks. Oh, you're singing at church all weekend, Beverly? That's so cool. I love that. So they have all kinds of snacks at Buc-ee's. And I bought these things because the mascot of Buc-ee's is a beaver. I bought these things called beaver nuggets, and they kind of look like puffy Cheetos, but they're sweet. They taste like waffles. They are so good. So that was a really good snack. And of course I had to have barbecue while in Texas. We had some really good brisket and ribs. So that was fun. It's my first time really in Texas. I've stopped at the airport a lot as a connection to other destinations, but I've never actually explored Texas. So it was really fun. Everyone is super friendly. Let me count this. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. We need about 12 more beads. Everyone's super friendly there. I don't know, in the Pacific Northwest, people are nice, but they're a little more just in their own worlds. In Texas, it seemed like people really held the door open for you. They just are super friendly and talkative. Southern hospitality is real. That is true. And then it was beautiful weather when I was there, except on I think it was Sunday, there was a tornado watch, and I was very scared because that's the one thing about the South or tornado country is I don't ever want to deal with a tornado. And so there was a tornado watch when we were there, but I guess the tornado watch is different from a tornado warning. Because nobody we were oh, there's a tornado watch alert on my phone, but nobody was really doing anything. Nobody seemed scared. Everybody was just kind of going about their business. So I was well, I don't know what to do. So luckily there was no tornado. It looked very stormy and it got really rainy at one point, but then it stopped and it just looked like it might be a storm for the rest of the day, but thankfully nothing came of it. But yeah, that was wild. My first tornado watch. Just a little scary. Hi, Deb. Good to see you. Ooh, Beverly, for an Easter meal, we are doing ham, green bean casserole, cornbread muffins. Ooh, that sounds really good. And key lime pie. Oh, yummy. Yeah, I need to think of a dessert. I don't know. Yeah, tornado watch means it's possible a tornado will form. A tornado warning means one has been spotted. Yeah, I'm glad it did not escalate to tornado warning because I would be pretty scared at that point. Yeah, the driving in Texas is a little crazy. They're pretty aggressive there, more so than the Pacific Northwest. Uh-oh, and I've got a knot here in my thread, but many times cross stitching, I'm an expert at getting knots out of cord. All right, and then we've got, yeah, another one of these aquamarine beads. So yeah, Texas was really fun. I wasn't expecting it to be as green as it was. There was a lot of greenery. I don't know why I was thinking like Texas, you know, it's cowboy country, so like dust and tumbleweeds and all that, but it was very green in Dallas. It was nice. All right, so let's see where we are here. Let's put all these beads down here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Even a mala with 54 beads is going to be pretty long, I think. So the nice thing about the 108 is you can wrap it around your wrist a lot of times. I've seen people double it up and then attach it in the back with like a safety pin. Oh, a bunny cake for Easter. That's going to be so cute. And then Beverly, my backup dessert is peach cobbler. Oh, peach cobbler is a really good idea. Ooh, lemon cobbler. My mom really wants to try there's a peanut butter pie at Costco, but we can't find it at any of the Costco's we are near because it's going like viral on TikTok. So you can't really find it because everybody's buying it. So if I can find that, that would be great. But peach cobbler, I might have to make that. That sounds really good and like not too heavy. Yummy. Oh, over here in West Texas, we still are experiencing the dust and tumbleweeds. We need rains desperately. Oh no, Landa, I'm hoping for rain for you and the tumbleweeds. Yeah, I mean, Texas is so big. Like each area could have its own different set of weather. That's just crazy. Everything is bigger in Texas too. Like the concert was at AT&T Stadium. That is a huge, 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 huge stadium. Amazing. It was the coolest concert venue I think I've ever been in, and they have like big jumbo screens so you can see everything. But I was actually second row from the stage. So we could see Taylor Swift really well. She looked at me a bunch and she pointed at me. So I feel blessed by Taylor Swift. It was so fun. Oh my gosh. Yeah, surprised at the green, expected desert and tumbleweeds. Yeah, I guess if you're not from there, you just don't know what to expect. You just take what you see on movies, and that's Texas. But no, it was really green and beautiful. And yeah, the stores are bigger. We went to like Nordstrom Rack when we were there. It was a really nice selection. They had a really good selection of dresses because I think like Easter, like Sunday and church service is a bigger thing down there. So really great spring dresses there. Had fun shopping for sure. Let's see here. And then we got another one of these. Hi, Anne. We're making mala jewelry with these wonderful selenite and aquamarine beads with turquoise spacers in place of knots. Really nice. So we're almost done with one side of our mala. I'm about ready to add the guru bead. Let's count again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. All right, we just need to add 3 more beads. We've got 25. It's also prom season in the South, so lots of dresses. Yeah, there were a lot of great dresses. That's a good point. Yeah, I had a lot of fun in Texas. And the neighborhoods are super cute. We stayed at an Airbnb for the concert, and the neighborhood was just so sweet, really well like maintained and just really nice. Okay, I think we're adding one more here. Okay, 2, 4, 6, wait, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 27. All right, we've got 27 beads on this side. We're ready to add our guru bead. I'm going to put these all the way down. Here we go. So we're going to add our guru bead. I'm going to see, I think, okay, yeah. So I'm going to add a spacer bead before we add our guru. And then we'll add our guru. So this is the TierraCast Guru Bead. It has a loop attached, so we don't have to worry about bringing our thread down through the center hole of a traditional guru bead. I really like the TierraCast Guru beads. But we do also have the gemstone guru beads from Dakota Stones if you want to go the more traditional route. Pretty. And then you just do the same pattern on the other side. Oh, look at this, you guys. I did 2 aquamarine beads together again. I just get too busy chatting with you guys. Yes, Taylor loves me, Deb. I got lots of great video and stuff at the concert, and there's one video where it looks like she's saying I love you to me. So I did like a little slow-mo, and I said, guys, weigh in. Is Taylor saying she loves me? And the jury is in, and she does. She did say she loves me. So it's confirmed. Taylor Swift loves me. All right, let's fix that, and then we can continue on our merry way. The beads look pretty similar, these selenite and aquamarine beads, so I keep getting mixed up. Oh my gosh, and then I didn't add a spacer. How many tries does it take to get your mala pattern right? Just a few, just a few. Ah. All right, we're gonna get it this time. All right, selenite is the one. Yes, normal stuff. Puerto Rico. Hello, Maria. Yes, mala jewelry. So a mala style necklace or bracelet is used as a way of keeping count while repeating a mantra or a prayer. Originates from Buddhist and Hindu culture. You can also use it in yoga jewelry. It's used to count breaths. So you count the beads with your fingers and you can count breaths or different yoga poses. Set intentions. If you have an affirmation, you can use it to repeat the affirmation over and over while you count the beads. And then the guru bead at the center marks the end of one round of prayers, mantra, meditation, yoga breaths, yoga poses. So it's used in a lot of different ways. It's kind of like rosary beads where you're counting a prayer or a meditation. And you can make them as necklaces, bracelets. There's typically 108 beads in a mala because that has spiritual significance. But you can also use multipliers of 108. So I'm using 54 beads here. You can use 27 or a smaller number for bracelets. All right, let's get that guru bead back on there. So between each of our mala beads that we're using for our intention or our prayer or our yoga breaths, I'm putting in a small, what size are these? These are, not that one. They are 2 millimeter turquoise cube beads. And I'm using those as spacers. So they do not count as a mala bead. they are just our spacer between each mala bead. Typically, you can also knot between mala beads, or you can just string them without a spacer or a knot between them. All right, so I've got half of my mala beads on this side already strung. We've got 27 on this side. We'll add another 27 on the other side for a total of 54. I've got my mala bead or my guru bead on there in the center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my tassel. That's going to be at the center of my necklace. Mala necklaces typically have tassels. You can also add little charms that are meaningful or that go along with your meditation or your affirmation or whatever meaning you'd like to convey. This bracelet not only has a tassel, but also has a little lotus, which is very significant in Buddhist culture. So you can add whatever you like. I'm going to add a tassel because that's typically what's used. And I need to grab my pliers here, which I left over here. Let me get those. So my tassel has a jump ring already attached, which is really nice. So what I'm going to do is get the jump ring seam and attach it to the, and make sure it doesn't take the thread with it. So I've opened my jump ring. I'm going to attach it to my guru bead. And there we go. We've got a little tassel. So from here, what you would do is you would continue your mala necklace pattern. And I'm just alternating selenite with aquamarine. So I'm going to do that on the other side. And then when I hit the end, I'm just going to knot my silk cord together. So you've got this continuous look that can slip right over your head. And I do believe that 54 beads is long enough to just knot and not add a clasp, because I think that will slip over the head just fine. So really pretty. That's how you make a mala style necklace. Again, you can try doing it with the traditional amount of beads, 108. I'm doing 54 just for time purposes here. And you can also try making bracelets like this. This one was done on stretch cord too, and just has TierraCast spacers between each gemstone bead. And we do have a video for that as well, where Tracy from TierraCast shows you how to make that. So lots of different ways to incorporate mala jewelry in your style, in your life. It's a very meaningful piece to add to your style. Again, it's popular in yoga jewelry because you can use it to count yoga breaths or different poses. And it's just a great way to add a little bit more meaning to the pieces that you wear day to day. So I love that. And again, it would be a great Mother's Day gift because it does have that meaningful element. So you could make something maybe with your mom's birthstone, or your birthstone and your mom's birthstone alternating. That would be really sweet, really cool. Or if she has multiple children, put like all the birthstones of her kids in there. That would be really cool. So there's all kinds of different ways to make the mala jewelry meaningful. So I'll finish this one up and I will put that in the design studio for you so you can have a complete supplies list and instructions at artbeads.com. I've got the list of components that I use today in the video description already. I thought I would share some different gemstones that you could use for inspiration. I think chakra, we have wonderful chakra strands from Dakota Stones. I think that would be really fun to incorporate into your mala, because chakra stones have all their different meanings, and combine that with the meaning and intention of a mala. I think that would be really cool. So definitely think about chakra stones in your malas. I've got this blue apatite. That's another beautiful strand that would make wonderful spacers, especially between stones like this. And then I thought something fun like these shapes. You could alternate your gemstone shapes between these shapes, especially let's say you have a certain yoga practice that you do a lot that has like a a certain poses that repeat. You could do like 5 beads together, then a lily, then you'd know to repeat. And then once you get to the guru bead, you'd know that like your whole yoga practice was done, and you could either start it over or be done for the day. So I like the idea of adding these fun shapes as segments in your mala as well for something meaningful too. Those are really pretty. I think those would work really nicely. And again, something like flowers also add another significance to your piece. So that's something to think about too. We have lots of fun bead shapes. Even within the gemstones that we have so many beautiful gemstones that have different metaphysical properties that would be really great for your mala jewelry. And they do come in different bead shapes. We've got the energy prisms and the faceted rounds here. You could use smooth rounds. Smooth rounds are always nice for something that is used for prayer or meditation because they're nice to feel. They're nice and smooth and soft. And I really like the matte stones for that because I think those feel like even better. So definitely check out all of our Dakota stones, gemstones. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this video was helpful and inspiring. Please let me know if you have any questions. Make sure to leave a like and a comment. And as always, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell for notifications so you're the first to know when videos like this are out. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.